Alright, today I want to do a video on a monitor. This is the Acer monitor, which is model KN242HYL. And basically what you get is a nice 23.8 inch monitor, 60 centimeter viewable. And here are the specs: LED, mercury free, IPS, 100 million to 1, adjusting contrast management, e-color. It's got tilt, power saving, eco display, Energy Star. And here are the specs actually. So I'm looking at 1920 by 1080p, brightness is 250 nits. Contrast 100, what is that, million? Yep, to 1. And the inputs is got a D-sub, DVI, and one HDMI, one of each. Let's see what else. It's got 2 watts by 2 speakers, which are very tiny, but they're there anyways. And the reason I'm making this is because I basically needed a new monitor that what do you call it, just a budget monitor to replace the one that died on me. And what happened was, the monitor looks great, but I just started using it not just about a week or two, and I noticed that even though it's a matte screen, this is shiny on the border and the base. This is not the original base. This is my old base from my old Acer monitor, which is bigger, and it does have a VESA mount on the back. However, the reason I'm making the video is because I was hoping to keep this, and I really like the monitor, except for one big issue that I have with it. It's a matte screen, like I said, just like my old one, and so I didn't have a problem with that. The problem I'm having is once I started reading online, the letters and text are almost blurry, or it feels like they're blurry, and that has to do with the screen. It's a little, the matte screen is just making the text almost feel blurry to me, and I can't get used to it, and it's just driving me nuts. Other than that, the monitor is great. I mean, it's nice. Videos are okay and everything else is okay, but once you start actually getting into text, which is what I normally do, and CAD and that sort of thing, then the text is just starting to get a little weird. And I have it off because I want to show you what this looks like when you first turn it on. So you get the buttons here, they're not labeled, and you get their logo, which is kind of odd the way this one starts. It's like somebody didn't quite finish it. But there's a screen, and let me go to the internet here. Although they look okay, once you stare at it for a while, this really, what do you call it, it's not something that I want to do, because I feel like my eyes are crossed all the time, so it's just driving me nuts. Let me fix my tripod here. So let me see if I can focus in. So it looks fine here, but believe me when I tell you, when I'm actually reading stuff, it's just a lot different. And I never had that happen before, but I have 20/20 still, so I'm not that old, I don't think. So I just want to go into, I don't know, anything here. Well, so much for text. Let me get something. Just want to get any article so I can look at the text here. So let me take a look at that and see if this will show anything. See those lines that the camera catches? like that, all that. That's kind of like what I see when I'm looking at this. Okay. And that's the one thing I like about the camera. It actually catches that sort of mesh, but that has to do with a one of the layers of the plastics that they put on. Since I took my other one apart, I realized that. But this one seems to have a more what do you call it? It seems to be more apparent on this IPS screen. It's a new IPS screen, but that's what it is. So that's why I wanted to make this monitor, because normally when I get the monitors, I get them for my own use. So these are items that I actually use for long periods of time. Now, with that said, this has a couple of menus which I can show you here. So you get the icon mode, and then I've tried it on all the different modes, even the graphics mode, but I can still see that even on the blank areas. You can kind of still see that, which is very annoying to me. And I was using it on the lowest because it is pretty bright, and I tend to get headaches too. So these monitors are still not quite there yet. Even though this may be a budget monitors, I know the higher priced ones also have the same or similar things like that. The other thing this has I wanted to show you is the speakers. It has internal speakers. So I have my CD player plugged into it, and it's maxed out on the volume. I have that on the phone, and then the volume here is maxed out. I'll show you there. I know you can see it. See, it's at 100. So I'm gonna play something. So they're very tiny, but at least you get an idea. My old one had them too, and I never actually plugged them in and used them, and I decided to try them out here just to see what they sounded like. At night, I guess they would be fine if you really want to keep it quiet, because you can barely hear them. For something like this, it works okay, I guess. Obviously, if you want something louder for gaming or whatever, you definitely want to use your other types of speakers, nothing like this. But I just wanted to do a really basic monitor on this, our video, excuse me. And I just wanted to point that out, that even though the monitor's almost 24-inch screen, which is really nice, versus my 22 that I had before, so it's like an inch bigger. I'm kind of disappointed, because now I have to go look for different monitor, because I just cannot stand that text part being like that. And it's the whole monitor, it's not just that. And some people may say it's the video card, this and that, and it's not. I already plugged I do have a KVM, but I plugged the monitor directly to my computer, and I have an older video card that I'm using on there, but I never had that problem on the old monitor either. So, you know, at least the text was not blurry. And that's something that I didn't notice until I started using it. And you know, I figure I'd get another Acer, because that's what I had and it lasted me forever. But apparently that's something you want to take a look before you even buy anything, and that's what makes it hard, because online you see all the specs, but you can't really tell until you actually get it. So with that said, I hope that is helpful to someone, because it will save you a hassle of having to send it back and or not. And since I got it from Newegg, I can tell you their customer support was pretty good. Well, I haven't talked to them yet, but this is the first time I bought something in a while from them, and I bought it one day, and then a few hours later it was already at my house. I mean, I'm about an hour away from them, or 40 minutes or whatever. And that's the fastest I've ever gotten anything from them. So I'm hoping the return would be the same. I know they have changed quite a bit from many times, and I'm not trying to endorse them because I don't get anything from them, or anybody for that matter, but I just wanted to mention that. And you know, so I'm gonna have to go to the local store and see what I can find around there that's hopefully a little better in terms of the text and that sort of thing that I need. I don't play games or, you know, hardly watch videos and stuff. I mean, that sort of thing is okay here, but you know, you're still gonna read something off of the internet, so just keep that in mind when you're choosing a monitor. Alright, that's it for now.